Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time or you're brand new here, welcome. I'm Bonnie, Old Soul Mermaid, and today we have an unboxing of a deck that has been on my wish list for a long time. It's been, oh gosh, I think well over a year, and I just got it. So we're going to open the box and take a look. So we have the Slow Tarot here by Lacey Bryant, and this deck, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was initially a Kickstarter, but it is now readily available, and I'll leave the link down below in the description box where you can purchase this. I think there's a lot of walkthroughs and unboxings of this deck, but I'm going to do it because it's new to me, and it may be new to some new people discovering tarot for the first time. So this is the lovely box. It says take your time on the side. The box is glossy and it's two-piece, quite sturdy. No thumb cutouts, but see the edge doesn't come to edge, so you can easily, it's not going to get stuck. All right, so let's open this. So yeah, the deck did not come wrapped in any plastic, which is good. So there is a very little brown book. We'll take a look at this in a minute. Yeah, and it looks like this was first published in April of 2019. Okay. The second printing, which is maybe what this is, was September of 2019. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. I seem to think this was a Kickstarter, but maybe it wasn't. Let me know in the comments below if you know. Now, there's just a sleeve covering it. Everything's out of the box. There was no plastic surrounding this deck, just a plastic sleeve. These backs are reversible. I love the beautiful brown and gold. There is another deck I did an unboxing of this week, the Fifth Spirit Tarot. Had a more muted brown, but it was also lovely. This is linen cardstock, just like that Fifth Spirit Tarot. I love linen cardstock. I'm really, really enjoying cards with the linen cardstock because they're so easy for my hands to shuffle. I love this gold, thin gold border. Yeah, beautiful. Let's turn these around. Right off the bat, these are, it looks like not watercolor, oil painting to me. If you are an artist, let me know. It doesn't seem like watercolor. It seems like oil painting to me, and you can see that the number is very lightly on the corner here. The title of the card is in a very delicate font, but you can see it against the brown because it's in gold. So I think this deck for the most part follows the RWS system. I think there's the renaming of cards. This is the Magician. Right off the bat, I'm loving the faces. They're very, yes, very expressive. Look at this High Priestess. There's a lot of life and energy coming out so far. I love this High Priestess. The Empress. She looks almost embarrassed at where she's at with this. This is interesting. Usually we see the Empress very comfortable at where she's at. She almost looks like she's I don't know, not entirely comfortable with where she's at, but that's just what I'm getting. It almost reminds me of Eve in the Garden of Eden. when she realizes she's naked. Oh yes, there's a snake back there. Do you see that? Right here, a snake. These red blotches could be apples. So when she partakes of the fruit, she realizes she's naked. She has to find some clothes before she can show herself to God. But that's just because of my Mormon upbringing. But there is a snake back there. So this is reminiscent to me of the Garden of Eden. Let me know what you think. The Emperor with his domain and the ram. The Hermit. I like how he's sitting on deep roots here of the tree. He's got, looks like an oil lamp. Traditional Hierophant. The Lovers. Oh my. I love this. You see, this couple is so entwined and so into each other that they don't see that their house is burning in the background. Interesting. And again, I don't know if my phone is picking it up, but the richness of the imagery in this deck is fantastic. The Chariot. A traditional depiction of strength. Fortune. So this is very interesting, a very interesting depiction. It's like her face is a little bit snarky. She's kind of very into herself, is she not? I'm just trying to see something. I've got 2, 3, 4. Okay, these cards were out of order. All right. It was just freaking me out a bit. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune is fortune. Look at this face. Look at the expression on her face. That might creep some people out, but I'm okay with it. So it looks like Justice has been renamed Balance. Let me know what you think about the changes. Death. Very interesting. You see the life of these poppies, but some of them are dying. There's some dead apples here. Decay. Interesting depiction of death. The Hanged Man, just hanging by thin spider webs, and he's doing a cat's cradle. It looks like he's literally just hanging out. Temperance. I like this. It looks like there's some cracks in the glass behind him. Can you see that? I'm going to point right there. Here, there's chunks of glass taken out. Very interesting. Beautiful Sun card. Joyful. These are so lifelike. All right, so we have Temptation for the Devil. I do remember that some people were turned off by this devil, or here renamed Temptation, but it very well speaks to gluttony, lust, you know, kind of the 7 deadly sins in this depiction. Very confronting, very in your face. I don't think I'll have a problem with this. I don't think so. The Tower. I love this depiction of the Tower. There's rain in the background. So there's lightning probably going on outside. One can assume. The moon. It's gorgeous. The star. He's charting her course despite the storm. Oh, these cards are just jumping out. They are so lifelike. Judgment. I like this. Do you see her face? We don't know what she's like on the other side, what she really looks like. Oh, wait, we see another dimension. Now this person way in the back has her hair down. I'm going to let you see it for a bit. You know, it's a reflection and another reflection. I love this because what you really are and what you see when looking in the mirror isn't necessarily what's true. Like inside, I don't, you know, I still feel youthful, and a lot has changed over the years, but in certain ways, excuse me, I'm still the same person. But then when I look in the mirror, it's like, oh yeah, there's been a lot of change. And it depends whether you like what you see. What is the more accurate depiction? What you feel inside or the image you see in the mirror? It's a question, right? The World. It's beautiful. And now we are into the Suits. Let me know if you're enjoying this art. I hope that you're getting the richness of the colors in here. So that was the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, charting a course, the Three of Wands, working together to get things done. So it is pretty much, and despite the renaming of some of the cards, it does follow the RWS systems very much. Look, there's a parade going behind the poles. I love this Five of Wands depiction. Six of Wands. Does this look like those, like they were playing a game of lacrosse? I think that's what that is. Seven of Wands. Probably climbing into a tree house. The Eight of Wands. The Nine of Wands. I do like these wands that are sprouting the flowers. The Ten of Wands. I love the faces of the people in this deck. It is so expressive. Look at that little page. This Knight of Wands. This Queen. Okay, if I had to say, this feels like a very, very earth-based deck. Very earthy. King of Wands. It could be the brown borders, but it's just the color palette and how real, expressive the faces are in this deck. This is beautiful. This Ace of Cups. Yeah, they just look like a modern day, everyday couple, don't they? So it looks like maybe the suits change color in the border. Okay, so for the wands, we still have the brown border. It looks like the aces are borderless. I like that. This is just something I'm noticing now. This is a navy. I don't know if you can pick it up. Three of Cups. Love it. Look how vibrant the colors are. So a traditional sort of Four of Cups depiction. Aw. Five of Cups. You notice how it's raining. There's a window here and it's raining. And we got that with the Tower card, I think, the rain. So maybe there's some significance here with the rain and the negative cards, or perceived negative cards. Six of Cups. Ooh, look at all her choices are hanging by a thread, if you can see that. The Eight of Cups. I like how they're teacups, all these beautiful different teacups in this suit. The Nine of Cups. Okay, now what's going on here? You see her abundant cupboard in the back of teacups, but what is going on with her face and her hands? I don't know if this is just a way to depict age, but I don't know. I think it would have been more flattering if they hadn't done that to her face, the red lines on her face. Otherwise, I think she's a beautiful, serene figure, but maybe that's to show that she's been through some things and now she's at this point of contentment. I have to sit with that. The traditional Ten of Cups. It's gorgeous. Aw, look at this little page. He's sweet. The Knight of Cups. I like this semi-mythical figure he's writing. The Queen of Cups. I love the King. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going into the Suit of Swords. So notice how there's no border. And it looks like the border for the swords is gray. I love the fencing. I think I mentioned before, my son was a junior Olympic fencer, my oldest one. I love that. Traditional Three of Swords. Four of Swords. And she's taking a breather. Whoa. This Five of Swords. Is she... I can't tell. It looks like she has the sword pointing under his chin. For a minute, I thought she had it going through his mouth. Very interesting. I love this Six of Swords. I love the stormy seas, but you see the light moving towards the light. The lighthouse in the distance. I love that. The Seven of Swords. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick it up because my phone is gonna die. That precious little kitty in there. 8 of Swords. It's like, turn around. You can easily leave your predicament. 9 of Swords. This is interesting with the horse running through the swords here. Oh, whoa. Okay, if you have any clients or if you yourself are sensitive to graphic images like this, this is really something. So, yeah, this one take into account. But then you look at this sweet Page of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Black Knight. He almost looks like death. Look at the skulls on his regalia here. Ooh, Queen of Swords. It has a Game of Thrones vibe. Oh, well, see here, I like it because the King and the Queen match. And actually, the Knight here kind of matches the suit. And I guess that was the same with the Cups, too. But here, it's very, very noticeable. I like it. All right, last suit. The Pentacles. I really like this. Ace of Pentacles. It almost looks like the things you would find in a junk drawer. The Two of Coins. I love the ultra modern depiction. The Three of Coins. Ooh, the Four of Coins. I like how she's just looking at you. It's like she can see right through you. The Five of Coins. The Beggar in his cup. The Six of Coins. The Seven of Coins. Looks like he's got a little sleight of hand going on there. Very interesting. The Eight of Coins. Working on a stained glass project. It's a family effort here. I like that. The Nine of Coins. I love the pinks. Oh, wow. Look at this 10 of Coins. You've got all the multi-generations here. Again, you've got that junk drawer feeling here. Like if the photograph was kind of thrown in, but there's books here, so interesting. I love that. The Sweet Page. Budding entrepreneur here. The Knight of Coins. The Queen of Coins. And the King of Coins. So we're back to the brown border. Is it the exact same brown? No, it's a little bit lighter. Yeah. So there's different colors of brown. This one's more, the wands were more of a burgundy. I will tell you, right off the bat, the expressiveness of the faces in here reminds me a little bit of Poppy Palin's The Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Let me know what you think if you have these decks, or if you have that deck and you're seeing this one. Let us take a little look at the book. It's very, very thin. It's literally a little white book or a little brown book. A little forward, there's an introduction, a little bit of what is tarot. Here in the forward, it says, this deck was designed to be a tool for self-examination and enjoyment. Each card is packed with so many symbols, references, and Easter eggs that it would take much longer. It would take a much longer write-up than one presented before you to fully describe. So take time with the cards. Know that everything in them is put there with intention. I have done my best. I've done my best to succinctly describe the demystified approach with which Lacey approached the tarot in the tutorial below. But know that there is no wrong way to use these cards. Play with them, shuffle them, make the symbolism in each one relevant to you, and most of all, enjoy their beauty. So this must be a partner or the owner of Modern Eden Gallery, Drew Clark. So let's see, you get something about the reading, interpretation. There's no spreads. It goes right into the Fool. It does have upright and reversal keywords and a paragraph, it seems, for each. For each of the, oh no. Okay, the Lesser Arcana. So the minor, she gives just an overview about the suit, and then she goes into the numbers or pips, and she does it aces. So like the Ace of Wands, she has inspiration, Ace of Swords, clarity, Ace of Cups, exuberance, Ace of Cups, wealth. She goes into the twos, the threes, and she does it that way. That's why this book is very, very thin. And then she goes into the court cards. And that is it. That's all you get in here. But the deck does follow the RWS system. So if you already know, if you're good with that, you should have, if you're even, you know, a beginner, I don't think you'll have any trouble reading with this deck. It shuffles like a dream. You know, it's very new. Let's see if I can get my hands around it. That'll be a plus. We're just going to move some of this stuff out of here. And look what we got here. See, I'm going to do it my normal way. The wonderful new card smell is coming off this deck. It's great if you read reversals. The backs are reversible. So I'm going to shuffle enough to see and pick a card to see what my relationship with this deck is going to be. What is my relationship with the Slow Tarot deck going to be? What is my relationship with this deck going to be? Oops, I got my hand on this one. Ooh, let's move in. We've got the Chariot. So to me, this card symbolizes intentional movement and a kind of a drive to succeed. To me, I think with this, my relationship with this deck, I am going to pull out things that I know, and I'm going to find some new things in this deck. The Easter eggs were mentioned, and I did see some things just flipping through this deck. And even though it's an RWS, it follows the RWS system, I think it's going to teach me some new things. You know, as I familiarize myself, and I have a lot of RWS clones, those are the decks I go for. This deck has enough that will be able to teach me some new things and enhance my readings intuitively. I'm going to be able to apply what I already know, but it's going to help me learn. It's going to help aid in my forward momentum in learning the tarot and the different aspects of it. That's what I'm getting out of it. We'll see if that comes to pass. So my final impressions of the Slow Tarot by Lacey Bryant. I think this is a beautiful deck. I think she created a masterpiece. I'll see what it's like to work with it, but it is wonderfully modern, diverse, expressive, full of life. There's different body types. There's such realism in the expressiveness of the faces. The colors are vibrant, and just with coupled with the linen cardstock, it just jumps out at you. If you have the Everyday Enchantment Tarot and enjoy that, I think you would enjoy this. I love that deck, but this deck with the wonderful linen cardstock, its standard tarot size, would make this one, especially if you have small hands, easier to work with. I know a lot of people have chopped off the borders of their Everyday Enchantment. I have not, because I kind of like the colored borders, and I don't trust myself with those kind of deck mods. But this deck, if you like modern decks, if you like vibrant decks, if you like diverse decks, I think this is a great one to have in your collection. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you have this deck? What kind of readings do you get from it? Do you have the Everyday Enchantment Tarot and say, I don't need this one? Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And with that, I'll leave you for now. Until next time, I'll see you real soon.